Never fear, Access is here. Episode 21 to be precise. Check out what we've got lined up this week. We get tricky with SSX in our PlayStation briefing, get talking to David Jaffe about the return of Twisted Metal, and invade the Access magazine offices for a PlayStation Vita photo shoot. Before all that, however, we're firing bullets round corners and looking really sexy as we do it. It's our game of the week, Syndicate. If you still get excited about shopping online and cheating at the pub quiz using your iPhone, you're going to love Syndicate, because here in the future, the internet lives inside your head in the form of an always-on brain chip that streams information wirelessly to your mind and can tell you if tramps are dead or not. The upside is that deathmatch lag has been all but eradicated, and Amazon has gotten really good at suggested purchases. The downside is that the world is now run by a cluster of shadowy megacorporations, and commerce is the de facto religion of everywhere.
Hi, I'm Gary Che, Westmeld Solutions, an Aspari company.
Or at least it would be a downside if you weren't a highly trained bioweapon belonging to the private army of one of these corporations, which comes with some pretty good perks. Like using your state-of-the-art brain chip to hack into the minds of your enemies, having a gun that shoots round corners, and engaging in high-end intercompany espionage. Because that's the basic story of Syndicate, using all your enhanced capabilities to protect the copyright interests of your paymasters, like a sort of $6 million man version of Soper. Except unlike Soper, you have a partner with a voice made of hammers,
a real prodigy, alright,
and the ability to slow time and highlight enemies using dart vision, which is the core of Syndicate's very solid and actually surprisingly conventional shooting. Putting a less conventional spin on this shooting are some tidy gun tricks. A secondary fire mode that punches through light cover, for instance, or the aforementioned shooting round corners, which can be used to solve puzzles as well as sending enemies to the big weekend team building exercise in the sky. The game's real hook, though, is that brain chip. As you upgrade its functions and strengths, it becomes an integrated part of your combat options, causing enemy weapons to backfire, or with a bit more adrenal charge and the right timing, sparking hostile suicides with messy collateral damage. If you keep your eyes open, there are plenty of other things to breach in the world too, some helping you solve puzzles, others giving you a one-off combat advantage. Because we're shallow, we're also going to point out that the game's art style is as beautiful as most things that shamelessly rip off Blade Runner, and that the chilled electro score is a big winner. Syndicate is out on the 24th of February, and if you're not interested, you need your head seeing too. Alright, we'll pre-order. News time now as we hit you with the week's freshest stories in our PlayStation briefing. It's the return of SSX, which means it's also the return of creative director Todd Batty, who teased us about the possibility of SSX on Vita. It looks like it says sex on his shirt.
I would certainly say, and I've actually said this in the past, bringing SSX to PlayStation Vita would be awesome. We just have to wait to see how this one does, and God willing, it does very well.
Ditching the white stuff for the red stuff is Street Fighter Cross Tekken, an upcoming PS3 brawler pitching two genre heavyweights in a battle to see who can punch the hardest. Brilliantly, the game is also due out on Vita, so we asked Street Fighter creator and mince pie eating champion Yoshinori Ono just what the handheld version has in store.
There are definitely a lot of things that are possible within the system, and a lot of things that we're thinking about implementing. And you'll find that the system has a lot of hidden capabilities that haven't really been talked about yet.
We recently caught up with Media Molecule co-founders Kareem Etouini and Mark Healy, just call them Mr. and Mr. Little Big Planet, and took the opportunity to chat about the series Vita debut.
The Vita Little Big Planet is effectively a way to make your own apps. You know, it's just fantastic. So you've got a whole new interface to explore there, and I think you're going to see some great innovations and things made with that.
The ideas that they're coming up with are crazy and so wonderful, so LBP, and the medium and the tool, they're like doing very tailored designs for the device, but the LBP ethos is all over it. It's beautiful.
I think that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. Little Big Planet explodes onto Vita in a shower of creativity later this year. And remember, the Access Vita Rooms tour hits London this Friday, and we're there all the way up to launch day. Get down there and have a go on Vita before all your mates. retreating to PS3's online pastures now as we take a look at the week's best on the store. The PlayStation Network really is a land of opportunity, a sea of downloadables, DLC and big American titties. That's right, Grand Theft Auto 4, the granddaddy of the open world genre, is now available to download in its pigeon-pasting entirety from the PlayStation Store, complete with The Lost and the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony expansion packs. That's over 100 hours worth of... Sorry, hang on. Hello?
It's so good to hear your voice.
Christ, Roman, I'm at work.
Let's go bowling.
No, I don't want to go bowling. But what I would like is to try the brand new Mass Effect 3 demo, available for download today. With the Reapers poised and ready for an invasion of Earth and possibly Uranus, it's up to good old Commander Sheps to look brilliant and save the day using a selection of laser-chugging guns, laser-powered fists and laser-sharp dialogue options.
I've had enough of your disingenuous assertions.
Disclaimer, that was from Mass Effect 2, we just really like it. If you'd rather a spot of casual shooting, then why not check out the repackaged gore fest that is House of the Dead 3. Not only do you get to fight a horde of evil creatures, but you get to do it using the new PlayStation Move controls. So it's just like being back in the arcade, minus the faint whiff of slush puppies and boys. We're generalising, of course. For all we know, your living room is full of slush puppies and boys. Mine is. You spineless beggar! At least send a kamikaze sheep to do your dirty work for you. Which just happens to be our favourite weapon in Worms Ultimate Mayhem, a 3D'd up evolution of the classic series, available from the store today. Now you can customise your worms too, right before you blast their faces off at point blank range with a rocket launcher. Suck on this! That's all from the store for now. We'll be back with more downloadables next week. A special welcome to bonus to all fans of terrifying clowns who are on fire, as this week we chat to David Jaffe, the forthright mastermind behind upcoming car combat orgy Twisted Metal. First up, David gave us a typically direct assessment of Twisted Metal's appeal.
We know there's a very American meat and potatoes, red state, rock and roll, Fox News mentality. You know, I don't mean that. I mean, it plays very much, I think, to the central kind of, a lot of Americana vibe.
Bearing that in mind, we asked if the team had ever considered changing the game to appeal more to a European audience.
We sat down with Europe, a number of marketing people, PR people. We spoke with them, and they're like, it was so funny. They're like, we just don't get the missiles on cars. And I'm like, guys, you created James Bond. What are you talking about? He's got a Aston Martin with missiles coming out of it. But the point is we at first tried to make a game that was slicker and sleeker. It was more kind of almost like Midnight Club meets Twisted Metal. But what we came back to us was it just felt generic.
Twisted Metal is out soon and is just as foul-mouthed and awesome as Mr. Jaffe. We'll have more on the game before release. As well as the incredible PlayStation Vita, also out this week is issue 2 of our very own Access magazine, featuring the sleek handheld on the cover. Join us as we take you behind the scenes of the magazine's cover shoot.
My name is Carl Christopher Ansari, and I'm the project manager of Access magazine. This shoot is for the cover of issue 2 of Access magazine and also a 4-page spread in Access magazine. The idea for the shoot came from wanting something to do with action indicative of 2012, and we wanted to include PlayStation Vita. And then Steve hit upon the genius idea of coming to an athletics club.
We're at the Newham Essex Beagles Athletics Club. It's actually the only athletics club in the Olympic Borough. I didn't even know this before, but they're the biggest athletics club in the country. Like Mo Farah is a Beagle, Daley Thompson is a member of the club, so it's a proper, serious athletics club, and this is some of like their kind of young stars. Access is all about a video games magazine that doesn't look like a video games magazine, so having a bunch of cool people enjoying playing with the Vita, there's so much energy and stuff going on that like if we just manage to capture a little bit of that, then we'll be all right.
That is ugly. Hi, my name is Georgie and I'm a stylist. So I went to see the clothes on Friday with Steve, and I went through the boxes, matched up the different tracksuits and what colours work best together, separated girls and boys. And then meeting the guys today, I decided what's going to look best on the guys and what fits best and so on. Biggest challenge has been matching trainer size to feet because they don't seem to match up, but we've got by and yeah, we've made it work, so that's fine.
Well, it's all about Vita, so it's all about kind of getting on the move, getting out there, getting out from your bedroom and going and doing stuff, and we're better to do that than with a bunch of athletes.
Thanks to all at Access Magazine for inviting us along. You can find your free copy of issue 2 at student unions, Access events and selected game stores this Friday. Before we go, in honour of the fact that it was Valentine's Day this week, we had a good roll in the mud with Codemaster's filthy upcoming racer Dirt Showdown and were surprised to find romance blossoming amid all the carnage and insurance claims.
It's like 2 cars are kissing.
If that's kissing, goodness knows what third base looks like, though it probably requires a helmet and a safety harness. We'll have more on Showdown soon. That's your lot for this week, but don't forget you can see loads more videos plus sign up for future Access events on our Facebook page at facebook.com/PlayStation Access.